Blog Talk Radio.
Host Joseph Gibson, live on Blog Talk Radio. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. Sorry about that. A lot of technical difficulties today. Disconnected, things going on. A little bit late today, but better late than never, right? Again, my name is Joseph Gibson, and this is a Monday morning quarterback show for Dallas Cowboy fans. If you want to talk about the game last night, that was a thriller. Call 657-383-0616, press 1, and I'll connect you. If not, we're going to be getting this show wrapped up rather soon. Like I said, I had a lot of technical difficulties, unfortunately, but like I said, better late than never. The show does start at 1 o'clock for those of you that emailed me. No, there was no change. Like I said, we had some technical difficulties here. But anyway, if you watched last night's game, it was a thriller. 27-26 was the final score, and the Dallas Cowboys won it in the last minute. It was Tony Romo's 28th fourth quarter comeback. Okay? He currently leads the NFL since quarterbacks since the year 2006. He has more fourth quarter comebacks than any other quarterback in the NFL. Okay? So that tells you something. I know a few years ago he took a lot of flack for making mistakes and whatnot, but I'm going to tell you right now, even though they lost their starting wide receiver, okay, for 4 to 6 weeks due to a broken bone in his ankle, I would imagine that we're going to be okay. I mean, we have the best offensive line in football today. How many times was Romo sacked last night? 0. That was not even discussed by the announcers. Okay, I just realized that myself, actually. But what I'm trying to say is that with the best offensive line, you can control the line of scrimmage. And when you control the line of scrimmage, you control the game. Okay? So, last night, the game was a thriller, like I said. And I actually was getting ready to turn it off. I thought for sure that they were not going to pull through. After they got down by 2 scores with less than 5 minutes left in the game, I just was like, there's no way. I can't believe they're going to go down 0-1. I cannot believe it. I just cannot believe it. After all the hype of the preseason, knowing that we had all the right things going on for this year, it was just how could they drop the first game? But anyway, we got a lot of other scores. Remember tonight, Philadelphia and Atlanta will play. Philadelphia is at Atlanta. And Philadelphia is in the same division, and this is going to be a big game next week. Dallas will be at Philly. That's going to be a big game next week, and we're going to have a lot to talk about next week. Like I said, I'm a little bit late today, and everything's discombobulated. But don't worry, we still got a lot of football left. The season's not over yet. All right. But anyway, Philly's going to be at Atlanta tonight. Tonight's a doubleheader. Then you got Minnesota at San Francisco. And that game right there is really a important game at all because San Francisco is not going to go anywhere, in my opinion, this year, and neither is Minnesota. But Adrian Peterson is coming back, and we all know the talk about Adrian Peterson. Anyway, some other scores from around the league. Got New England 28, Pittsburgh 21. You got Green Bay 31, Chicago 23. I thought Chicago should have won that game. That would have really helped us, too, because a lot of people are favoring Green Bay to go to the Super Bowl now that Dallas is injured for 4 to 6 weeks. And don't forget, our star defensive end is out for 4 weeks due to suspension. Rolando McClain, our starting middle linebacker, is out for 4 weeks due to suspension. We get those 3 players back 5th, 6th week, 7th week of the season. We're gonna be solid. I mean, we already won 1 game without them. So, let's see, other scores. Cleveland 10. The New York Jets were 31. That game there was a blowout. Let's see here. You got Indianapolis 14, Buffalo 27, Miami 17, Washington Redskins 10, Carolina 20, Jacksonville 9, and Seattle lost to the St. Louis Rams 34-31. That was an upset. That was the big upset yesterday. Okay, real big upset. Arizona defeated the New Orleans Saints 31-19. Dallas plays the Saints, I believe, the 3rd week of the season. That's a big game, too. Okay, and then you had Detroit. They lost to San Diego 33-28. Tennessee upended Tampa Bay 42-14. Cincinnati beat Oakland 33-13. And the Baltimore Ravens lost against the Denver Broncos 19-13. So it was quite an action-packed day. Very big day for Week 1. Now, like I said, tonight the Philly game, I really would like to see Philadelphia lose. But if they do, next week they're going to have to win because they're not going to drop 0-2. So that puts more pressure on the Cowboys. So actually, I'm kind of hoping maybe Philadelphia might win, and this way here, Dallas will upset them next week in Philly. That would be great. But, look at how the Cowboys' decision led to Murray becoming an Eagle is upsetting the NFL's balance to power and likely deciding the NFC East. I believe they should have kept DeMarco Murray. Now, here we are. We've got Dez Bryant out for 4 to 6 weeks. He signed the big multi-million-dollar contract, and he's out for 4 to 6 weeks. Unbelievable. Should we have gotten rid of DeMarco Murray and gotten rid of Dez Bryant? I think so. And like I said, if anyone wants to chime in, you can call me at 657-383-0616, press 1, and you'll be connected, and you can talk about last night's game. I did not do too much advertising for this show, but again, the week I did this show, this was the most popular show I had. I do other shows throughout the course of the week, understanding the times in which we live in. Those shows are scheduled for Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Wednesday, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, and Thursday, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Those shows are 90 minutes long, and you really should tune in. We get a lot of participation on those shows, and that show is really beginning to grow. And last night was a very large show. Well, many listeners. That show topped my ratings for this month, so that was a success. But anyway, we're going to start getting ready to wrap up the Dallas Cowboy week here. Like I said, I was late. I don't have a lot of my notes with me, and I don't really want to tie too many people up for too long with just talking about the game itself unless we had some more participants. And I'd like to get a couple more people on the panel next week so we can talk about the game over, and let other people chime in too. So that's what we're going to have intact. So I just wanted to touch base with the listeners today and let them know that, that's what happened. The start time was scheduled for 1 o'clock. We had technical problems. So just tune in next week at 1 p.m. We will be here on time, and I'm going to get a couple people on the line with me to talk about the Philly and Dallas game. And let's hope it's a win, guys, okay? So anyway, God bless, take care, and tune in tomorrow night to Understanding the Times in which we live in, 6:30 p.m. Trust me, it's a show you don't want to miss. All right, everybody. Good night.